The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
I get it.
All right, dear. Betsy, it's your bedtime. Now put the crayons and the coloring books away, will you, dear?
Hello. Oh, yes. Hello, Mr. Clayton. How are you? Yes. Yes, by all means. We'll be home. Okay. Yeah, we'll be expecting you. All right, fine. Well,
For heaven's sakes, what do you want?
his wife's in town, and she wants to see the house.
Oh, are they coming out tonight?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Honestly, you'd think they'd give me more notice.
Now, what's the matter?
The place is a mess.
Oh, honey, the place is not a mess. It's fine. Anyhow, stop worrying about it. He's already bought it. It isn't as though they were looking at it to see if they wanted to buy it.
Well, just the same, I don't like Mrs. Clayton coming unless the place looks just so. Betsy, now pick up your things, will you please, dear?
By the way, what are we doing about an apartment?
Darling, I haven't found one.
All right. Just ask.
Well, I've been looking, you know.
Okay, but we got to be out of the house by the end of the month, and that's getting...
End of the month?
Yes.
You said April 15th.
No, darling, March 31st.
You said April 15th. You
March
did.
31st.
It was March 31st, and then you came home one day and said it was April 15th.
That's right.
And so that's what I've been
Then it got
planning.
changed back to March 31st again.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, honey, for Pete's
You
sake.
did not tell me it was
All
changed
right.
back again to March 30th. Well, it's only a week.
Yes, darling,
10
I know.
days.
That's why I was a little concerned. You didn't seem to have any packing done or anything. And...
I have been looking for an apartment. I haven't found one. All these new people that are moving into town because of the new chemical industrial plant have taken all the available apartments.
Well, don't complain, for heaven's sakes. That's why we sold the house for such a good price.
You mean I have a little over a week to move out of here and into someplace
Well,
else?
darling, why do you act like that? You've known for some time that we'd had
Well,
to
what
get
are
out
we
of
going
here.
to do? We should never have sold this house until our new house was built.
Well, we didn't plan to
shouldn't.
build a new house until we sold this place, and we got such a good price
Well,
that...
what are we going to do now?
Mommy,
Yes, dear?
won't we have any place to live?
Oh, now, don't you worry about it, Betsy. We'll find something, darling. Now, you see, you're all upset.
I'm getting her all upset, for Pete's sake. All I
Don't
said...
you worry, Betsy. Mommy and Daddy will take care of you no matter where we are, darling.
I wish we weren't moving. I want to stay right here.
Well, Daddy sold the house.
Now,
so-
why do you say
Wait.
Daddy sold the house? You were just as anxious to sell as I was. In fact,
All
as I
right,
recall...
all right, darling, all right, I was. Now, let's not go into all that. Now, how come Mrs. Clayton is in town?
Darling, I don't know. All I know is that he phoned and said she was in town and she'd like to see the house her husband bought, so what could I say?
Well, I'll go upstairs and see how that looks. Betsy, now, please pick up your things, and you go and see if the basement looks all right, dear.
Now, do as Mommy tells you, Betsy. Go on, pick up your coloring books.
When are we building our new house, Daddy?
Well, this summer, darling. Mr. Rogers, the architect's finishing the plans now. We'll start the house next month, I guess. Now, don't you worry. By fall, we'll have our nice new house.
Will it be as nice as this one?
Darling, it'll be nicer. Just think, out there with a lake and everything. And, oh, golly, I'm out of cigarettes. Look, honey, I'm going to run down to the store and get some cigarettes, Betsy.
All right, Daddy.
Now, look, you stop your coloring and put those crayons away, as Mommy said, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right, Daddy.
Betsy, you come up here and pick up your room, dear. It looks so terrible.
Oh, wait till I finish this picture, Mommy.
Well, I guess the upstairs looks all right, except for your room, Betsy. Now, you do that, please, will you?
All right.
Heavens, we have no cream. I'll have to serve them some coffee. Oh, well, I'll dash to the store and get some. Now, that one won't be open. I'll have to go all the way down to the store on the boulevard.
What, Mommy?
Oh, nothing. Mommy's talking to herself, really. You tell Daddy I've gone to get cream. I'll be right back. Now, see down in the basement? Oh, Betsy, please put those crayons away and go pick up your room.
Oh, all right.
Goodness, I wish people would give you a little notice when they're going to drop in. Now, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
I really think, John, we should have given them a little more notice that we were just dropping in on them like this.
Oh, I can't see that it matters. I wanted you to see the house.
Oh, it looks nice on the outside.
Well, I hope you like it. I hated buying a house without you seeing it, but I didn't have much choice.
Seems to me when your company transfers you so quickly, they ought to find you a nice house.
Well, that isn't the way things work.
What are these people like?
Oh, they seem nice enough. I made them a good offer, and they knew a good deal when they saw it. They're very pleasant. You'll like them.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Well, this is Betsy, dear. Betsy, this is Mrs. Clayton.
How do you do, Betsy?
How do you do?
May we come in?
Yes, I guess so. Mommy and Daddy aren't home.
Aren't home? Well, I certainly think it's very peculiar to leave a child this age alone in the house at night.
Yeah, well, where are they, Betsy?
Daddy went to get cigarettes at the store, and Mommy went somewhere in the car.
Well, are you alone in the house?
Uh-huh.
Well, I must say, John, I'm appalled at anybody who'd leave a child alone like this.
All right. It's none of our business.
Anyone who would do something like that, I think, would do anything. I hope you looked into everything about this place before you bought it.
Yes. Betsy, did your daddy tell you that we were coming out to see the house tonight?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's fine then. You see, Mrs. Clayton just flew here for a couple of days. She wants to see the house and measure the windows for curtains and all that, don't you, dear?
Yes.
Then at the end of the month, why, Mrs. Clayton and my little boys and girls are going to move here from Cincinnati. What's the matter, dear?
I was just looking at the wallpaper in the hall.
Well, don't make any remarks now.
Well, honestly, doesn't it make you wonder?
Never mind that. Look at the wonderful big fireplace in the living room. That was what caught my eye to begin with. Isn't that nice?
Oh, yes, John.
I'll bet your daddy has built some nice fires in that. Huh, Betsy? Christmas Eve, bet you have a nice fire going?
No, it doesn't work.
What?
Doesn't work. What do you mean?
It smokes. Daddy tries and tries, but it always smokes. And Mommy and I run around opening the doors and the windows trying to get the smoke out.
Oh? Is that so?
I think it's very funny, but Daddy gets mad.
Uh-huh. Well, that's very interesting.
I certainly hope you asked about the plumbing and the wiring and all that.
Yes. Fortunately, I did. I looked at it myself, and it's all right.
You remember what happened to the Davidsons. Did you ask about termites?
Oh. No, by gosh, I don't think I did. I don't remember.
That was one thing I wrote you, John. I said be sure and ask if they have termites.
Well, Ruth, I can't remember everything. I was so busy anyhow with the new job, and I had enough to worry about.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Clayton. We have termites.
What?
Don't worry about that. We have termites.
You do? Are you sure, Betsy?
Yes, I know we do. We had them last year, and Mommy said to Daddy, we have some flying ants. And Daddy got some man out here, and he said, no, they weren't flying ants. They were termites.
Oh, well.
Mommy will be home soon, and you can ask her.
Yes, I certainly will. In fact, I think we'll just wait and ask Daddy, too.
Now, just a minute, Mr. Clayton. This is most certainly not any clear case of misrepresentation, and I resent
Just you wait a minute. When I was looking over this house, when I made you the offer, not one word was said to me about termites. And when I signed that contract and paid down 10%...
You never asked if we had termites, and if you had...
Well, it seems to me now that I... Yes, I think I did ask.
I just beg to differ with you, Mr. Clayton, but you most certainly did not, because if you had, I would have most certainly said yes. The truth is, I forgot about the termites. I did.
You expect me to believe that anybody could forget about termites?
I cannot help it. I never thought about them, and I can assure you that it...
Oh, my goodness.
Well, for Pete's sakes, where did you come from? I thought you were upstairs or out in the kitchen fixing coffee or something.
Upstairs, dear. I had to go get cream.
Oh,
yeah, good evening.
Excuse me. This is my wife, Mr. and Mrs.
How do you do?
Clayton.
How do you do? How do you do, Mrs. Clayton?
What do you mean you had to get cream? I just got back home myself.
Where were you?
I dashed down to get cigarettes at the drugstore.
But you're in the basement when I left.
No. For Pete's sakes, we must have left Betsy all alone in the house.
Yes, your little daughter was alone when we arrived.
Oh, why...
Look, when I left the house, you were upstairs.
When I came down, I thought you were in the basement. You... Well, no damage done, I guess. Where is Betsy?
Well, I sent her upstairs. Mr. and Mrs. Clayton and I were having a little discussion.
Oh, well, you go right ahead. It's wonderful to meet you. I'll fix some coffee. How do you like our town, Mrs. Clayton? I'm sure you're going to enjoy living here, especially in this neighborhood. The people are lovely.
Dear, the Claytons and I were discussing the termites.
Well, you go right ahead and I'll fix... The what?
Yes, Betsy seems to have informed them that we have termites.
Which my husband remembers asking about when he was looking at the house.
Yes, I did. I certainly did ask.
Oh, Mr. Clayton. I'm so sorry I don't remember your asking, and isn't that funny? You know, I forgot the term.
Yeah, I forgot him, too. That's what I said. So I know that he didn't ask.
Well,
I
isn't
know.
that just too funny? You both forgot you have termites.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you
Well, just
that
a minute now. We don't have them anymore. I mean, we have them all taken care
You
of.
certainly, Mr.
What?
Clayton.
Good heavens, we spent a fortune, didn't
Yes.
we, dear? I was so mad it cost
Yes,
us around
about
$500.
$500.
And they came out and dug little holes and put in some awful smelling stuff all around the house. Really, it was weeks before that smell went out, you know, and I told the man. I said,
Never
really,
mind
I
that
just
now,
made me
dear.
so-
The point is there's nothing to worry about, Mr. Clayton. Actually, they hadn't done much damage anyhow.
Just
so...
one beam, dear. That was all, and we had that replaced. And at the same time, we got rid of the termites. We got rid of the carpenter ants that were in the garage, too.
Dear,
And if you're worried about those little holes in the beams in the old part of the
honey,
basement, those were made by a powder beetle. But the man said definitely there was no powder beetle there now. In fact, he said those beams were brought in when the house was built, and he was sure.
Yes.
Sure,
Well,
we have no
yes,
powder
I
beetle
think
now.
actually there's very little left to be said right now. I'm going to consult my lawyer in the morning.
I don't care. There's no sense you're getting so excited. If the Claytons don't want to buy the house, then let's forget the whole
now,
thing.
you don't seem to understand.
I understand that I've got to be all packed and moved out of here in 10 days into an apartment we haven't even found. You told me April 15th.
Let's not go through that again.
You did.
Operator, give me Dale 3756.
What are you doing?
I am calling Jack. You don't seem to understand that Clayton has signed the contract and paid 10%. If he reneges on it, he forfeits the money unless he wants to sue us for misrepresentation, which he apparently intends to do.
Well, I know this. He never asked about termites.
I know he didn't. I forgot
Never.
about the darn things. Then you sit there blithely tonight going on about carpenter ants and powder beetles. He probably thinks this place is being chewed to pieces.
Well, I was trying to reassure him.
Well, I don't know. Hello, Ann. Is Jack there? Oh, well, when'll he be back? Oh, well, look, I got a problem, but I'll get in touch with him Okay. No, nothing you can do. This takes Jack's fine hand. Okay, Ann, goodbye.
We should never have sold the place until we got our new house built anyhow. Thought of moving twice in 1 year so appalling I can hardly face it.
Well, here's our angel child.
Oh, Betsy, I've got to get you to bed, too.
I picked up my room, Mommy, and they didn't even come up to see it.
No, dear. They had to leave.
May I ask, young lady, how you happen to mention termites to the Claytons?
I don't think you should blame Betsy for anything
What's
now,
the
dear.
matter with her lately? Every time she talks to somebody, when we're not around, she says something that she shouldn't.
Mrs. Clayton was worried that we didn't have any termites, and I said that we did.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, dear. Daddy wants to tell you something. In the future, I'd appreciate it if you did not run around telling people we have termites.
Why?
Well,
I like termites.
she likes termites.
They have pretty little wings.
Yes, they do, dear.
Their little
In
wings.
that stage, they have pretty little wings.
And in Sunday school, Miss Opal said that God makes everything. He makes spiders and bundles and everything, and we should love them.
That's right, dear.
Everything.
I think maybe Mommy better take you up to bed, dear. Daddy's sort of busy thinking. Come on, darling.
Good night, Daddy.
Good night, honey.
Come on, darling. We'll get it.
Oh, boy. She likes termites.
The Couple Next Door is written by Peg Lynch and stars Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce, with Francie Myers as Betsy, Nancy Sheridan as Ruth Clayton, and George Petrie as John Clayton, and is produced by Walter Hart. This is Stuart Metz, inviting you to listen again Monday for The Couple Next Door.